Okay, so machine number 2 is the wedge. Now, you might be looking at the wedge and thinking, hey, that looks an awful lot like the ramp or the inclined plane. And you're right, it does. It has the same shape, that triangular shape. The only difference is the ramps usually have a 90-degree angle right here. And this one does not. This one has the same angle here as it does here. So it's not a right triangle like a ramp is. But it does look an awful lot like a ramp. In fact, I can even use a wedge as a ramp if I want to. Here we could see Night Monkey is going to demonstrate how the wedge can be used like a ramp. And let's see what happens here. Yay! Ah! Night Monkey, you learned nothing from the Newton's Laws videos and you fell off the truck. And then it looks like it's on your foot too. That's going to be painful. You're going to have to walk that one off. Difference then between the wedge and the ramp, other than the angle thing, the difference is that when you use a ramp, the ramp is stationary. When you use a wedge, the wedge actually moves through whatever it is you're trying to split. So here's an old rotted stump from a tree that was taken out a long time ago, and you can see I could just jam the wedge right through there and stick it in there. And then you would take a sledgehammer and just hit the top of this. You can see how the top of this is actually kind of deformed and chipped up a bit from all the times it has been used and struck with a sledgehammer. And you just drive that through the piece of wood. And what you see is that ideally, if there was no friction to anything, the mechanical advantage of this would be the length of the wedge divided by the width of the wedge, because in order to split the wood this far, you have to drive the wedge this distance. So that would be the ideal mechanical advantage for the wedge, and it works pretty much the same way the ramp does. It's extending your distance over which you're applying your force, but the big difference again was the wedge moves and the ramp doesn't.